Today on the show, we're going to talk about a place we went to recently called Himalayan Chulo, right by the North County Mall in Escondido, just off 15. Had a few curries, some naan. If you like what you hear, please do us a favor, like, subscribe, and follow on all the socials. We really appreciate you. East Indian. East Indian. That's what we're talking about today.
Yum.
Yeah, yum. It can be yum. And it's one of my favorite. It's turned out to be one of my favorite foods, just period.
Makes sense.
It's been a long time. I started working at a spot down in Sereno Mesa about 2001. Yeah, 01. And my buddy, who was from India, and he was familiar with this restaurant called Ashoka the Great. No longer exists.
So upset.
It's upsetting because COVID killed it. COVID killed it.
Yes.
And I have opinions. I could say a bunch of political things right now that people will hate.
Yeah.
But yeah, it killed it. It killed the magic unicorn is what it did. And it's so sad because this place had a buffet, an Indian buffet, and it was available for lunch Monday through Friday. And of course they had dinner, whatever. But it was on Black Mountain Road at was it Miramar? Miramar and Black Mountain Road. And they still have a shopping center right there off of Black Mountain.
And it used to be Indian, like a
I think
bunch
it is.
of
I think it still is.
Indian restaurants.
I haven't been down there in a minute, but it's. I think it was the last time I was there a few years ago. But Ashoka the Great, this very, I wouldn't say Americanized, but a conventional restaurant. It was kind of a large space. Very quiet. You'd go at lunchtime. It was bustling with people. And
that's the only time we went. I bet you at night, because it was such a big place, I bet you they had huge parties.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. I hope they probably had parties and
it was like a banquet size.
But it wasn't. I never saw it banging.
Not lunch. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I bet you at night they had parties. Or
I
on
hope
the weekends.
So. I hope so, because it was such a. And people and the reason why I say this was like a good Indian experience is because my buddy was from India. And he loved it. He would take people, the engineers and things that came in from out of town. That's the first place we'd go. Mm-hmm. And then after a period of time, I would just go by myself, and I'd take you, and I'd take a bunch of other people, and it was an incredible value too. That's the other part of it. It was an incredible value. You'd get this endless parade of naan bread to your liking. It was just they would keep it coming, and it was delicious. It was delicious, warm. Pockets of like pizza dough, but just yum. They must have had like this stuff called ghee or like rendered butter, and it was just it was plentiful. Okay, and then they had a buffet, and in the buffet they had one of my favorite dishes called chicken makhani, which is butter chicken, and it's like something I made today, but it wasn't quite as spicy. Kind of a red sauce, delicious. They had the tandoori. They had a little salad thing where you could get like fresh peppers and onion and
everything. Lentil stuff, samosa.
Lentil soup sometimes. They'd have samosa. Mm-hmm. They even had this thing called spinach pakora, which are deep fried, battered spinach bundles.
Tikka masala. They had all these.
Tikka masala. I don't remember tikka masala, but
do.
they usually had the fennel rice, the white jasmine, or is it basmati? Basmati with fennel, and this is where I learned my Indian knowledge, the Indian food knowledge.
Fantastic, like lamb vindaloo.
Sure, absolutely. And then they had yogurt sauce at the finish, like where you could cool things down.
And then they had dessert, my favorite.
Oh my gosh.
Kheer?
Yeah, kheer. They had kheer, and they would use pistachio nuts. Mm-hmm. And it's like a arroz con leche, but with rose water they use in there.
Mm-hmm. And the crazy part is I typically don't like buffets. I just don't, because
I'm not a buffet guy.
The stuff never is good. It's never hot. Everybody can breathe on it.
Yeah, you know, I don't get that part.
like it.
I don't care about that part because you know what? In the kitchen, you don't know what's going on in the prep. You don't. So for them to say, "Well, they're breathing out of it,"
No,
okay.
yeah. The good part is the reason why I thought, okay, it's okay. Everything was hot because it was all hot plates. It's not like when you go to some of these buffets and some of it's like cold, some of it's not.
And just coming to mind, I remember going in there, and I'd walk up to. I mean, they knew us by that time. They, hey, what's up? How you doing? Like I didn't know that.
You. Yeah.
They knew, you know, they knew us probably going there. Hey, how are you? How's so and so? Always asking, you know, a young cat ran the joint, and it was just such a great experience. You know, they just did it absolutely the way that you're supposed to do it. Great service. They didn't give you an attitude. There was no drama. It was just, hey, come on in, have a seat. You know, we'll bring you the naan. It's coming. We always had water. I don't understand. This is another thing I don't understand about going to Indian food. When I go to sushi, I need a beer. When I go to Mexican food, I like a beer. When I go to pizza, I like beer. When I go to Indian food, water. Water. You don't
most
need.
of the time, it's because there's a lot of spice to it, and there's a lot of flavors, and you just need
Mexican
that
food has that too, though. And I think you think, well, okay, maybe a light beer, you know, something like just a lager of some kind, would be simple. No, you know, not a lot of calories, not a lot, but a little flavor, cold, you know, be good. Doesn't appeal to me at all. I did have tea one time with them, and I like the tea, and I've become a tea guy lately. So, if anybody knows of the winter wake up tea from Trader Joe's, has a supply, send it my way. I know we're on into the year, but I got hooked on it, and
didn't you say you found some? I thought you.
I did. But if you have a hoard of it somewhere in your closet and you're not using it, let me know. I'll buy it. Because I just bought some. I ran out. I just got hooked on it. I was a big coffee guy. I was crazy for coffee.
Yeah.
And because we have an espresso machine, and it's one of them jams that you just push a button and it just comes out. Not the, you know, it just grinds up the beans.
Yeah,
and all
I was going to say, no, it's not like one of those.
Not one of those packet jams.
What do you call those? Yeah.
I don't even know.
Yeah,
but,
the packet ones.
Yeah, that one.
Pop in a packet and it makes you, not like that.
Yeah, I don't like that.
We put the beans in, grind the beans.
Sure. And I had one of those. I'd go over there. I mean, I was here in the morning working in the Avi here, and I'd just get a little couple shots, and then I'd slug it down. And I like to drink things when they're in their temperature. You know, if it's cold drink, I want to drink it when it's cold. And that's another problem with beer too. If you have just a beer at home, I don't like to sit and let the beer get warmer. I like it cold. So I drink it fast, unfortunately, because if you leave it sit, it changes temperature. I like cold beer, so I don't want to sit. Anyways, point in fact is I like to drink tea. Coffees, I drink them so fast is because I wanted to keep them hot. I don't want to, you know, I can take a sip and set it down and come back 5 minutes later where it's now cold. I want it to be hot.
That's why I like my little hot plate, whatever it is.
Now I'm saying for the tea. This winter, I'm addicted. I'm like, oh my God, it's bad.
Anyway, so.
I can drink 3 bags of that tea every morning. Every morning. So good.
You're going to need to make your own and go to one of these tea places where you can get your own.
You're right. It's just I don't have the time to go down to the fancy spot in the mall and go talk to the guy. I did it. I've done it 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, you can
and
do
it just doesn't do it. You know, I don't know. If anybody knows of a place where I can get like this winter style tea with it's black tea, I think, and it's got clove and cinnamon and orange peel.
I say you take that.
Yeah, I know.
Box
it's just like,
and the bag and go to.
I know. I just don't. I don't even go to the mall. I haven't been to the mall.
You don't have to go to the mall. You
do.
Who's that? No, there's that didn't we used to go? I used to go.
Anybody tell us North County, San Diego, where we can get a variety of delicious teas?
Now, I don't know about North County, but we used to go to a Ranch 99 or something like that.
Temecula. I'm not going to Temecula. It's too far to go buy tea.
We go there.
I don't go there at all.
I'm saying when we go, we're going to go to, what's it called?
Two Travelers.
We'll go to Two Travelers and we'll stop and get some tea.
Okay. So speaking of which, maybe next time we'll go to the place that we do like, Indian in Temecula.
Yes, getting back to
jumping
the
ahead.
Indian.
But we went to this place for the Indian, and Ashoka was the name. It's no longer there. But I'll tell you, it's what dreams are made of. Okay? Because you could go in there, and between the two of you could go in there and spend $30 out the door with a tip. And you could roll out of there. You could roll out of there satiated from 80 different ways from Sunday. You could have 5 or 6 different dishes: the lamb, the fried things, the salad, the naan. You'd be loaded full of naan. And then at the door, you'd walk out, but when you're paying the paltry $11 or $10.50 or whatever it was, a lunch special, you would get the fennel, the candied fennel seeds, which you ate, and I would get 2 or 3 handfuls of that. I'd be chewing and have like fennel in my teeth. It was so great. It was so great.
Yeah.
So so that was my first real, I say, authentic Indian experience. Okay, I don't even know that before that I'd even had Indian food.
I had, and it was delicious.
Yeah.
But mine was overseas. Yeah, mine was in London.
Okay, well, okay.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, it's another thing that's going on right now. So we'll talk about the CTM. Remember to talk about the CTM that we had. So I have been making. I don't know what happened. I don't even know where I came across it, but probably on Facebook or something. I came across a dish called chicken tikka masala, a recipe. And I've been following that. And so we went to lunch yesterday at a new place called Chulo.
Himalayan
Chulo in North County. It's on, what is it, San Pasqual?
No.
Right there by the mall?
It's not called San Pasqual.
It's on...
you mean the street? I think it's something Lagos?
Okay, it's right by the mall.
Let me look at it.
Just across the freeway from the mall on North County. And
here we go. It's located in Plaza del Lago Center.
Yeah.
And the address is 3410 Del Lago Boulevard, Escondido.
You do that nice. That was nice. You should do that professionally. But in this mall, there's a McDonald's. There used to be a paleta.
And he means
a
strip mall.
paleta.
Oh my God!
That place is in the paleta. I believe it's in the paleta store.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And because I got turned down to a place called Holy Paleta down in San Diego, and I went to this paleta place that was there temporarily. I think it was during COVID, about COVID when they had it, and it's no longer there. I think this place took its place. But in there's a high-end liquor store with all kinds of varieties of different liquors in there. There's McDonald's. There's now a pho place I just saw opened up in there.
Yeah, it's just a strip mall with some places.
It's not
to
just
eat.
anything. It's a nice little mall now that has lots of cool things in there.
They had the Starbucks
in there too as well.
What was the other place? A pizza joint that was pretty good.
Oh yeah, Rocco's Pizza.
That doesn't sound right.
Rocco. No,
I don't know. It's a little pizza joint.
Yeah, it's a pizza joint. They have a decent pie.
Yeah.
So we went over to this place in hopes that I looked online and I saw, what did I see? I don't know what. Yesterday I woke up and I was like,
you were jonesing for some Indian food.
You know what it was? I woke up and I was like, I want Indian, and I want Indian like we had
Ashoka, and that's never going to happen.
Which is never going to happen again. It was a one-off. And I looked around. Escondido doesn't really have a place like an Indian spot that I'm aware of. Especially something like what I'm referring to. And you know what? I could taste it right now. I could taste it right now. I could taste it right now. The chicken. What did I just said it?
Chicken butter chicken? Chicken tikka masala?
No. The tandoori.
Oh.
I haven't had a tandoori chicken as good as the one that I had at Ashoka.
Yeah, there's
in so long. Mm-hmm. I don't know what. I've never made it. I'm gonna have to try it, I guess, but it was so good.
Yeah, you never have.
I've never made tandoori chicken,
which seems to me like that would be something easy that you could make.
I'm thinking I'm gonna put it on the grill next time, on the smoker. That might be good. Tandoori chicken, and the thing about it is, I took it for granted when I'd go. I took it for granted.
I think we all do. We just got we load up on all these other beautiful dishes, and then you're like, let's throw a little. Chicken leg or
because it was on the corner on this thing on this place where they had the variety of this buffet. They had like if you go to the front of it, it was a round. It was a kind of a circle, and on one end it had the salad bar. One corner, the right corner had a salad bar, and then it had like desserts and things in there. And then to the left, it would start all the hot foods and it would go around the backside and come out. And at the end, on that far corner, on the corner was the tandoori. And you'd go through all the rest of these delicious, spicy sauces, creamy, curries, and you get your salad at the end. And then you come around the corner and you see the tandoori. Yeah, just throw something. We need protein. Just get some. But in hindsight, it was so perfectly cooked. Perfectly cooked. It was moist on the near the bone, and it was crispy kind of on the edge. So flavorful. So flavorful. So let's stop talking about something that is gone. And now we're dealing with trying to find something that will satisfy us. And a couple years ago, we went to a place in Temecula called, do you remember the name of the place? You said it yesterday. I don't remember.
God, I'll look it up right now.
Okay. So we found a spot in Temecula. She'll remember the name in a minute. And we went there and we had their lunch special. And it was, again, the same style you said, Himalayan
Zen
style.
curry. Right?
Zen curry grill in Temecula.
Zen curry and grill. Yeah.
Yeah. And we were blown away. I mean, I can generally say we both had a great time. Fantastic. Everything about it. The guy that runs the joint was very enthusiastic. The place was clean and new. Mm-hmm. And the food was absolutely delicious. I mean, wow. I mean, there was like a lot of dishes where I could say, 80 to 90% in my recollection were great. Like, wow, these are good. Mm-hmm. I wish we could say that about this place.
And I wish there was some place like that closer to us. But
oh my God. And Temecula is not that far. But here's the problem. From where we live, Temecula, we have to go on a 2-lane highway. And it is a bit of a grind.
Yeah.
Okay. So, it's a bit of a grind because it's switchbacks.
A lot of switchbacks.
I mean, by the time we get there, you're sick to your stomach.
I know. Unless I'm driving. Yeah. Unless I'm driving, I'll get car sick. So it's like annoying.
Yeah. You look green. You're like one of those dogs.
I was like that yesterday when we were going to this place.
Where was this?
Yesterday when we were going
over to this
place. Because I was working and I can't work in the car and look at the screen and the phone. Yeah. I'm like,
you look seasick, Mm-hmm. So yeah, I tell you, it you know what? It is worth the drive. Don't get me wrong. It's not that far. And let's see, is it the same distance?
Oh, the same distance to this place? No, I think maybe double, but the time, it's not that much. It's like 40 minutes maybe.
As the crow flies, if we were crows, okay.
If we were crows, it would be great.
we would be there in no time at all as the crow flies.
Yeah.
But the switchbacks going to Temecula are a deterrent. And another problem too, if you go out from where we are straight out to the freeway at 15 and go north, it is also a grind because it just like there's ups and downs.
And there's switchbacks
on the freeway. But to me, it's the big grades. It's going down
on the freeway.
On the freeway. It's still a drag. I don't like it at all. It just seems like a grind and a long haul.
I don't mind it. It's the getting to the freeway. By the time you get to the freeway.
We're in just such a weird spot as it pertains to that place.
Whatever. Anyway, let's get back
to it. But I'll just be honest with you. If you are in the mood for Indian and you want to try something really, really good, you got to try that Zen curry. You do. Oh, and we haven't had all the magic. I think we got a few different things and we enjoyed them. Yeah. I bet you we could go deeper. You know what I mean?
Oh, we'll have to now.
And you know what I want to do? I want to go and have some tandoori, and I also want some deep fried chickpeas. Some garbanzos.
Oh, some of those pakora.
Oh, yeah, spinach pakora. Mm-hmm. So, okay. So we were hoping, just because it was close, that we thought, okay, hopefully, God, please let it be as good. Wah, wah, wah. Dun, 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 dun. Man. I had such hopes. And bear in mind, they've only been there 4 months.
Yeah.
But the wrench in the works is that they're just not there. They're just not there. So let's talk about it. The naan. Let's start with the good part. The naan is so good. It is a 10 out of 10. The location. It's just off the freeway. It's very convenient.
Yeah, it's convenient.
It's North County. It's not far from where we are. We can get there by paved roads, which is nice. It's near other things. You know, like it's near the mall.
It's near the North County Mall.
It's near, you know, I guess it's, yeah.
No, location's great.
Well, it's okay because for us, for someone who lives right in that condos, it's fabulous.
No, I meant like it's a good location.
For us, it's still not great, the desirability of going there because I don't go there very often.
If we drive an extra 10 minutes, 15 minutes, we would have Zen Curry.
You know what? So there it is. There's the answer to that. So, okay. So location, very, nice, very clean, very, fine. The man who runs it, been there 4 months. He seems very
eager, very nice,
very nice, very hospitable. They have beers and things, which again, don't need
beer,
for them.
wine. Mm-hmm.
Don't seem to have any need for them. And
they have, and so what we went through for lunch. So they have a really good lunch special.
They do.
Good value.
It's a good value. Yeah.
Very. And, you get a lot.
Now, think of it this way, though. $11 for a Ashoka, which is off the chain. $11 for this, and it's
12. And 12. If you want the meats like the lamb and the goat and
it's another $2.
Salmon, it's additional $2.
$2 for each one of those.
Not each. Just saying $2 if you want to look off that menu.
Okay.
So it's either $11.95 or $13.95. Those are the two.
No, I think it actually is $2 per. Are you sure?
100%.
Okay. All right. Well, we got to check that bill.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's still a decent value for what we got. So we ordered because I make and like chicken tikka masala. We ordered that. And,
I wanted to try it.
And then you ordered the lamb curry. You ordered the goat curry.
Yep.
And you ordered the what was that? Don't give me a second.
I'll tell you. Okay.
Chicken. No, was it chicken? It was chicken. I don't remember. What was it?
Chicken vindaloo.
Chicken vindaloo. Okay. So you want to start it off with pick a dish and start off.
Okay. Well, first of all, let's start with it's the lunch special. So you're getting the naan and you're getting a soup, and they give you a lentil soup. And that lentil soup was really good.
What was it for you? What number?
Oh, like an 8.
That was an 8 for me. Really, I mean, again, you know what? It was pretty simple, but it was flavorful and hot. Like, you just on a nice day where it was very welcoming. Very nice. Mm-hmm. A little nice cup of it.
Mm-hmm. And then we had those specials. And I'll start with the fact that, let's start with the chickens.
The chickens.
The two chickens, the chicken vindaloo and the chicken tikka masala.
I'm going to do tikka masala. You do vindaloo.
Okay. So it's been a while, so I couldn't remember exactly what this should taste like. It's close, but it's not. It's, to me, it was, I mean, I can say this for everything. It's, both are too sweet. Just a bit
too
sweet.
Too sweet. Okay.
It's too, it was too sweet, too tomatoey. For me.
Yeah.
It was just a little bit too much.
Which one?
The vindaloo.
Okay. And you've had it another way. And
I've had it, but I think I usually do lamb vindaloo.
Okay.
I don't usually do chicken.
And I do like a little more gamey meat wise. So I do tend to like that. Something about the spicy nature of the curries, of the sauces. It really lends itself to a fatty meat. Like something with striated, something, lots of veins of fat and stuff, or right around the knuckles. And like what did Damien say the other day that he said he liked it when we went to Bahamas? He liked the oxtail.
He liked the ox, and goat.
Yeah, and something about those meats where you tend to eat around the bones, the joints, and that's where all the cartilage and everything that renders and gets soft. Which is another problem.
Yeah, so
it's another problem.
We'll get to that one.
So as far as the chicken's concerned, you mentioned chicken
vindaloo. Mm-hmm. So that's the one that's more tomatoey sauced and
I don't know that dish very well. I don't know it to say, this is a good vindaloo or not. Okay, I've had vindaloo.
Yeah, you had lamb more so.
And that was where we went before was striking. I didn't have that at Ashoka, but I had it in other places, and it's.
I think we might.
I do remember. Well, if I did, I don't remember it.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I was so in love
with all your other stuff.
With my because for me, it was so great because the bread was so great, and then the chicken makhani, which is the butter chicken, was so strong. It was such a strong
You had
dish.
so many stars over there that it's like,
Yeah.
you didn't, and they would pepper in all these different dishes.
periodically.
So yeah, that
And
one
then-
was more of a, not always.
But that was the cornerstone. The makhani was the cornerstone of my thing because I
Yeah.
would end up having I would have 2 plates usually. One plate had a smattering of all the different things, and then the
then
second
you'd go back for the,
chicken makhani and rice
and
is
tandoori chicken. You would go back.
and one leg of tandoori. Absolutely. So, so again, all the other extraneous dishes, the whatever lambs and stuff, I just may have missed them, But
So this place, their chicken vindaloo, just to me,
yeah,
it's just a tad on the sweet side, which
okay.
I don't.
And I think I numbered it. I gave it a number.
I think you gave it a 4.
I think I did. Yeah. And I say this only from the fact that I'm not going to grade it on a Vindaloo scale because I don't know Vindaloo
Right, you're grading
well
it
enough
on
to
your
say
personal enjoyment of the
Yeah.
fish.
of the dish. Just to say, okay, as it stands, no name, no correlation to Vindaloo. I don't know what that means. It didn't hit me. It was kind of it was there. It was hot, and it just should have been something else. It should have been more to me. Okay, this is my opinion.
Yeah.
The chicken tikka masala, which I've now have a relationship with it because I do make it myself, a version. And I've even come to the point where I don't even know if I should call it chicken tikka masala anymore. I have a new name. Spicy chicken goulash is the dish I make because I don't, it's, if I was to follow a recipe for this dish, the structure of it is based on a recipe I got off the internet for chicken tikka masala. But now
You have modified.
I have modified it to the point where, it's all the same things are in there, but the amounts are not even close to where it began.
Really?
Not even close.
Not even close,
Not
huh?
even close.
Interesting.
And as a matter of fact, where I've fooled around most is in the garam masala, which is a spice blend.
Combination.
It's a blend that I got off the internet as well because I needed for the recipe I have calls for a garam masala, and you can buy it. You can buy it in pre-made in a package, but not where I am.
And I was gonna say, you've never done that, right? You've had to make your own.
Yeah, I've made my own, and I do have I have large containers of seasonings from the Restaurant Depot, and I buy them in bulk.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the thing about what really makes me wonder then too, because in doing so, I'm wondering now if I shouldn't go to like a East Indian supply store
I think you should.
and get, because the thing about it, some of the spices I have, because you don't ever use them. How often do you use nutmeg? And not in my life.
I only use it once a year for
the holidays.
take that back. Yeah, it's always around the holidays, whether it be for pumpkin pie stuff or a cocktail or something like that.
Yeah, it's so rare though.
It's rare.
So what I have is I have whole nutmeg that I
shave.
go with a shave once in a while. But if I'm going to use a large quantity, I use the pre-ground stuff.
Yeah.
And I think the pre-ground stuff I've had since we got married. You know what I mean? It's
Not true, but still, it could be 10 years old.
It's one of those jars that we brought from the other house. It's one of those, and it's one of those jars. Those round ones.
Yeah,
they're like a cylinder with a brown top. I don't even know the brand.
Yeah,
it's just
so old.
I'm not
it
even sure.
Probably came with a set when you got married, right? It's
I don't even know. It's just I don't even know how old it is. It's so that where the jar itself has kind of a film on it because it sat in the kitchens where the oil attached to it and
Gross.
dusty. Yeah, it's one of them jams. I don't know how potent it is at all.
It's probably not.
It could literally taste like dust. I have no idea. So
time to get some new spices. Is what you're saying?
In those small quantity ones. Now, here's the other thing too. I modified this recipe I have for the garam masala, and I'm going to pull it up while I have it here. It has such a nice blend of things that I really laid into this time, and the one that I have is, of course, ground cumin, which is a staple in my life from my mother's taco dish. Coriander, which is cilantro, dried cilantro, ground. And I get that at the Restaurant Depot. Green cardamom pods, another thing that I've had a long time, and they are whole pods. I try and
grind them down.
I try and grind them down a bit, but I need a spice grinder really because the pods they don't break down that easy. And when you try and do it a mortar and pestle, you're going to be there. I might as well get.
That's what the Indian people do.
Yeah,
It's just a mortar and pestle.
I need to get a molcajete for this jam.
Isn't that the same thing?
No,
that's exactly what a mortar and
it is. But the molcajete is made of some kind of stone. You know, you keep finishing every time I say something. You
I
finish
know. I
my
read your
sentences.
minds. I'm sorry. See, this is what happens when you get married. You've
I don't
been
know if
married
it's that.
a long
It's just
time.
maybe I don't know. So it's made of like a supposedly not the one we got at Costco, but the real ones are made of some kind of volcanic rock.
You don't have one from Costco.
I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh.
I wish I had a real one. I'll get one day. I don't have a real volcanic rock one.
How come?
I don't know. Because they're big and heavy, and I don't use them that often. It's not like I'm using them daily. If I was making Indian food all the time, yeah, I'd need it all the time.
Well, don't you use it a lot in Mexican dishes as well? Because my mom has one.
Yeah, I don't. Will she use it a lot?
She uses it.
Does she use it a lot?
I wouldn't say a lot, but like you said, it's not like something you use on a daily.
Yeah,
No.
well, it's a weird part is that, you'd think that, well, see, again, how much Mexican food do I make? Not a lot.
That much.
And the recipes I make don't have a lot of seasoning in them like that. Where it requires a lot of different things like cumin, like things like that. I have that ground. So, and then this one here too, like this has been really kind of entering my life a lot lately. Cinnamon.
Yeah.
Yeah, cinnamon. And I've always been reluctant to use it because it's so powerful and can overpower things. So I kind of gingerly add it a little bit, here and there. I kind of laid into it this time into my garam masala. And nutmeg, I use that very, very sketchy and questionable nutmeg grind. And then cloves, I used whole cloves that I tried to grind down a bit, but they didn't break down that
I was
easily.
going to say, there was a couple bites last night where I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Garlic, the garlic didn't break down as easy.
Yeah.
So, but you know what's
Flavor
weird?
was fantastic, but.
Do you know what's weird about it, though? It's really, I don't mind it. And then bay leaves, which, a bay leaf to me has always been something that you use and then remove.
Right.
This didn't get removed.
Broke it down.
I tried to break them down as small. Still, they were a little big. And I used them, and I think they added quite a bit. I got some fresh ones, new ones, recent in the 2020s.
And it is funny because you always have hated bay leaf, and I never.
Well, what's really weird? When the things that I make with a bay leaf usually be something like a roast.
Yeah.
Or something. It's just one bay leaf
One-
or two.
yeah, one or two leaves.
And you pull it out. You never eat it.
Yeah.
This recipe calls for bay leaf, and I understand they have it ground. Just again, it's not like common. And when you go to the market, right? They hold you over a barrel with a gun.
Yeah.
Because you can get 3 ounces of ground cloves that you'll use your whole life, right? And it'll go bad in the first year, but you'll be near your death, and you'll sprinkle it on some random odd dish. Okay, so I did use some bay leaves, and then tons of black peppercorn and freshly ground peppercorn. Fennel seeds. I love fennel seeds. I thought I had some like new ones I bought in the last decade or so, and I didn't find them. So I did find some ground fennel, and I don't know how. I have no idea where that came from. It was just there in the rack. I need to replenish and renew my mace. I don't have any mace at all. Whatever
that?
mace is, MACE. I don't know what it is, but I don't have it. And then
So you just ignore that part.
that one, and also star anise.
You have that.
I don't know. I didn't find it.
Oh, I know. I've seen it.
I know. So, but now
And that's a strong
it's a strong
flavor.
Well, they're all pretty strong. And as a matter of fact, I've seen like Bourdain go through India and go through those spice markets where they have big pot, like barrels and spices, freshly ground spices there everywhere. Beautiful, different ones. I was just so jealous, because when you go to the Ralph's sort of and try and buy small quantities of these things, they just rip you off, man. I mean, if I had to buy all this stuff in the quantities that requires, or to have them in any kind of reasonable amounts, and buy them at a Ralph's or a Vons or whatever, they're going to come in 3 to 4 ounce little jars, and they'll be $8, $12, $17, $20 for a one jar.
Yeah.
But
They're
I buy them at Restaurant Depot, so I can get them for
a decent.
Yeah,
amount.
I can get 32 ounces of cumin for $12.
And that's okay because you go through that one.
I go through
but
that one.
if you buy this other stuff in bulk, it's not you're not gonna you barely use any.
Yeah.
So it'd be a waste.
But you know what I did? I did get through the rest of these. I did have those, and I think it really made a difference because it was so powerful. When you open up the jar of it, it just had all this lustrous kind of strong flavors inside there. So, anyways,
Well, so let me go back then. So for you didn't use the mace, which I just looked it up, by the way.
I prefer to call it mache.
Okay.
I don't know.
Whatever you want to call it.
Sounds more,
I mean, you really didn't need it, and I'll tell you why. Because it says the mace is the aromatic, lacy, reddish orange covering of the nutmeg seed. So it says offering a warm, delicate flavor similar to nutmeg, but with distinct notes of citrus, cinnamon, and pepper. I'm like,
Okay,
well, if you've already put cinnamon, you've already put pepper, you didn't do citrus, and you've got the nutmeg. It's the same thing. Why do you need to do the outside of it?
I don't know. But you know what?
But star anise, that's different.
Yeah.
That one is a different flavor.
Yeah.
I don't particularly love it.
Oh, I'm not eating it on by itself, but I'm just, in this
It's so strong.
garam masala. Mm-hmm. I think all of them. Oh, okay.
I just don't like black licorice, and that's what that is.
I get it.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I think we were talking about the chicken tikka masala at the restaurant.
Well, we were going to. So you did the first, the chicken vindaloo. You said it was about a 4.
Yeah.
And so the next dish we tried was the chicken
Tikka masala. And the thing about it is they use chicken breast in this one. Mm-hmm. And I just don't believe you can. It just dry off the bat. There's no fat in the breast at all. And you need that fat kind of in the meat to render, to allow it to cook and not overcook and dry. And that's a problem with chicken breast for me.
It's weird. Wait, you're saying that's what they use with the chicken tikka masala? I thought they used that also with the vindaloo.
That's probably a problem too.
Yeah, because it was a teeny bit dry.
Yeah.
Granted, I only had like a bite or two of the chicken tikka masala, maybe 2 bites.
Yeah.
Mine wasn't dry.
Yeah.
But maybe I had a different piece of the meat then.
And I know for a fact the recipe I originally started out with called for thigh. And that's just a different.
That's what you use, and it's always it's always tender.
Yeah. So so one of the big problems that I've come to not like about store-bought, or like, because my son has one and he loves, he tolerates the one that he get at Trader Joe's. That's the microwave version of it.
Oh, the frozen version. Yes.
And he'll eat that in a pinch. He loves it. That's his favorite dish. One of his favorite I make.
Oh, that you make.
The CTM. Yeah. And when he doesn't have mine, we never have mine, because as soon as I make it, it's just gone. I don't care how many packs of thighs I use. It's usually gone either that night or the day after.
It's usually gone the day after for lunch. They get the leftovers, and that's it.
Yeah,
it's done.
So, anyways, the thing about the chicken tikka masala for me is that there was something we made called what was that name of that dish? That chicken. I made it for you years ago. I bought it out of a restaurant, a restaurant.
I do. I remember this. Jalfrezi. I loved it.
And I think what I've turned the chicken tikka masala that I'm making now, I think I've turned it into a Jalfrezi adjacent.
It is. Absolutely. It's almost like you're right. It's exactly right.
Jalfrezi adjacent.
It's a mix. Your chicken tikka masala now is turned into a combination of a Jalfrezi and a chicken tikka masala. Let's
rephrase that too. I'm going to call it SCG is the name of my dish. Spicy chicken goulash. It's just not the same as what I started with. It's got the same components. It just ended up something else. And the thing about it is okay. So we keep jumping around. The one at the restaurant to me was a lot like the one from Trader Joe's, and it didn't have the spicy punch that I've turned mine into. Mm-hmm. It didn't have the garlicky. It didn't have that ginger, and it didn't have at the finish the one big thing that the recipe I originally started out with that I've deleted from the recipe is sugar. Mm-hmm. At the very end, it calls for adding a tablespoon of brown sugar, which I just can't imagine.
And that's actually not that much considering how much you make.
But I just can't imagine. Well, you end up a little bit more or less depending on, but I just can't imagine it. the sugar component. And this one we had at the restaurant had a sugar component at the end, and it was not like
It's not what you're used to.
from the original recipe, it isn't the same. Because what I like about the original recipe was that the tomato component. I like that the tomato finish, that tart tomato, with a spice, and you don't get that on the one you get at Trader Joe's or the one you get over there at this restaurant. It has a similar consistency, but it doesn't have that garlicky ginger bite with the chili and the.
Yours is a spicier version.
Oh
to it.
my god!
Yeah.
And it doesn't have a sweet, which I don't like the sweet at the end.
And the crazy part is I usually like a sweet.
Okay.
And so, going to Indian restaurants, I've never thought, oh, it's too sweet. This was a little too sweet. Like, never gone to an Indian restaurant where I'm like, oh, that's too sweet.
Okay.
Never. This is the first time I felt like it's too sweet. Both of them. Now, maybe it's because we don't go to Indian restaurants and we haven't been in a long time, and I'm used to yours.
Well, you know what? Did we have chicken tikka masala when we went to the one in Temecula? What's it called again? I'm sorry.
Probably Zen curry.
Zen
Probably.
curry. And see that. It was good. And the thing, what I'm saying about the Zen curry, which we've had it twice, I think.
Yeah.
In both times, they were just. It wasn't like I said. Oh, this one, like one dish did not stand out from the rest enough to say, well, this is good and that's not good. This is memorable because it stands out for being bad or good. Mm-hmm. They were all equally delicious.
Which we can say the opposite here, which is
they were all
I can say one dish was far better than all of them.
Okay.
Which we can get to.
Okay, so let's move on. The next one was, let's start with the secondary, the second to the best. Which one was that?
The goat.
Okay.
The goat curry.
The goat curry. Okay. Yeah. Oh, unfortunately, let's see, the goat curry. You think that was the best?
No.
Okay. Okay, the goat curry. Okay. Yeah. And if I recall correctly, they didn't render the joints enough.
It wasn't rendered enough, and the meat was too tough. The meat was tough,
and
and
the cartilage was not rendered.
No.
Yeah, it needs to be.
No,
because you know what that does too. That also actually it adds to the smoothness of the sauce, the flavor of the sauce, and it also you don't have to fight the meat.
Right, and I was fighting it.
I was fighting it. Yeah, and the bone was in.
Yeah,
and I don't like that type of thing.
I don't like a bone in either. I figure sometimes like when they do it, it's going to be because, you're going to get flavor and you're going to get all this. But I don't typically like to have to pick bones out of my food. If it fell off the bone really easily and I could just pull it out, fine. But it didn't.
Yeah, see, that's the thing your mom does. Your mom makes puerco con chile. Mm-hmm. And she uses the costillitas or the little bones sometimes. Mm-hmm. And I don't prefer the bones.
I don't either.
Because I don't want to bite on a knuckle or something, and I don't want to. They get real small.
Yes,
small.
It's almost
and
like
you could swallow them.
Well, some of them will break down so much that you have little tiny shards. It's like little knives, little blades, and I'm like, I don't like that at all.
Okay. Well. So that in and of itself, the flavor I think was okay.
The flavor was okay.
It wasn't like it was. Oh my God, it's so good.
No, the flavor was okay.
And maybe because it didn't render the knuckle enough.
That was it. That was the issue.
I just feel like if the fat had been allowed to go into the sauce and add that flavor from the meat, I think it would have been tasted better, and it would have eaten better.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. That's my verdict on that one. So, and then
so for me, the star of the show on what we had was the lamb curry.
Okay. I think you're right.
I enjoyed it very much.
You enjoyed it a lot.
I enjoyed it. Well, maybe it was because that was the only dish on there that I really liked. Okay. So I'm like, oh, this is great.
Okay.
So
you had that on your plate.
Yeah.
On your side. Mm-hmm. Sucker. See how you do me?
Yeah.
Yeah. You wouldn't have gotten a bit of it if I had it on my plate. Probably. It was good.
Honestly,
it was good that you had it.
I only ate a quarter of it. I gave the rest to you. So
I don't remember having a quarter of any. As a matter of fact, I remember leaving a lot of it.
Well, we brought some home. Yeah,
I didn't.
But I only ate like a quarter of that.
I had 1.5 bites of the chicken tikka masala. I knew immediately for me it wasn't for me. And
that's why we brought so much of that home.
And
we brought home the vindaloo.
And the vindaloo, I just wasn't for me.
Mm-hmm.
And as a matter of fact, none of them were for me.
Yeah, the lamb was for me.
Yeah, it did. It was. I mean, you say I got a lot of it. I don't remember it.
Yeah,
Wasn't like I said.
I kept putting it on your plate, putting it on.
Oh, I do remember you scooping over some stuff because you saw me. You saw that I tapped out early.
That's why I'm like, okay, that's not it. This is it. So I kept giving that to you.
Okay, that's possible.
Yeah.
So to put numbers on them, I think we went. Remember the numbers? You remember what numbers we'd said? I think.
Well, the only one, there's like
the
fours.
chickens were 4s.
Yeah.
And then one of them was a 6, and another one was like
the goat would have been a 6.
Okay.
And it would have been a little higher if, again, render that down, cook it more. Don't have the meat be so tough.
And the reality is, I'm going to give them some slack because they've been open 4 months, and because maybe they started late, and then it takes a while for that stuff to break down. It does. That's the reality. So I'm going to give them a slack. I'm going to give them some slack on this. I'm going to go back. We're going back.
We are?
Not anytime soon. No, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm saying let's give them a couple more months.
All right.
Let's come in the summertime. So.
And I know I'm going to try. And you should try. Absolutely. 100% you should try their butter chicken. It wasn't on their lunch menu.
Okay.
So you have to get it as the dinner menu.
Well, I don't know that I should. They heard that statement. You don't want to meet your you don't want to meet your idols. Yeah, I don't know, because if it's not like the
but then you'll decide. Okay, this isn't for me. Whatever.
No, if it's dry, or if it's off it could be off so many ways. That's
all right. Well, then we'll get the tandoori chicken in this.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna get that.
Yeah. But for sure, I'd get the lamb. Now, did we talk about the naan bread? I don't think we did.
We did at the beginning. It was a 10.
I only remember talking about the lentils.
10 out of 10.
Okay. Yeah, the bread was fabulous.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look, they know what they're doing. They've done this. They're from India. They should. I mean, they have. This is maybe their version of it. And I'm gonna cut them slack on that goat. It just it takes a long time for that to render. If they ran into problems, it started late. They probably just needed more time. That's real. So, okay. So that aside, right before we left to go to lunch, our son says, "Hey, would you can we get chicken?" I don't know. Did he hear? Because we had talked about it. We'd said.
I
something.
have no idea if he had heard. Maybe he did,
Okay.
but he says no.
He read our minds.
Because when he came over, and you asked him, "Hey, what do you want for dinner?"
Yeah.
He said, "Chicken tikka masala," and I'm like,
we're
"What?
Like, what?" We're going to Indian lunch, and then because I'd said CTM sounds good, but then I'm not going to want that.
And maybe he heard,
no.
CTM sounds good.
No, I said that to you in the room.
Oh.
Unless he can hear through the wall.
Well, he can.
I don't know.
We got paper thin walls.
Well, that's true. That's true. So, any case,
so you made chicken tikka masala.
I did.
After we had, so we went and had this for lunch, and we didn't obviously get our fill. So it was like, we're doing chicken tikka masala for dinner.
Yeah.
So you did do it. It was fantastic.
It was fantastic. I mean, it was one of the better I've made in years like that. It was that kind of level for me. And you know what I did do this time? And this is where I think that it's moved away from CTM, because the ratios from the recipe that I started with are just not even there anymore. Forget all that. It's you quarter the thighs. You take the thighs, you quarter them or smaller, whatever size pieces you like, and then you put them I put them in a Ziploc bag with Greek yogurt, and then I give it all the spices like turmeric, cumin, coriander, black pepper.
Yeah, I just realized after I'm taking a look at your jalfrezi.
Yeah.
What does that mean? What is it? You're definitely closer to a jalfrezi.
Really? Mm-hmm. Well, give us some gel. Let me finish. Give us a jalfrezi after I finish my. So you put all that, and then you put garam masala in there with that. So you have this Greek yogurt jam with all this spices and stuff in there. Oh, and garlic and ginger, fresh garlic and ginger. And then you leave that for as long as you can to kind of penetrate the meat. And then you get your butter, right? No, sorry. You take the onions, and you take about 2 small onions, and you take them. Well, let me start again. I need to back it up. So you start off in the pan, olive oil, and you pan fry all that chicken, those bits. You take them out, you pan in batches because it won't all fit in the pan at the same time. So you pan fry those, brown them a little bit. You pull the first batch, put a second batch in, put those off to the side, and then you add your a voluminous amount of butter. I like a lot of butter. I think at the beginning it said something like several tablespoons of butter. I use one of those Kerrigolds, I use half a Kerrigold, one stick. It's probably a stick of butter.
A stick. Mm-hmm.
And then I add in 2 minced onions. I try and get them as small as possible. It depends on how up under the gun.
I was going to say,
kind of
no,
big.
sometimes you don't.
Sometimes they're the size of a half an onion.
That's why
each bite.
our kids hate that. They're like, oh, I hate when it's huge.
Okay. Well, I tried to get it smaller this time, but I was in a hurry. So I got them in there, sauteed, sweated them down, added fresh ginger, added fresh garlic, chopped.
And the garlic was a bit big on some.
Yeah, I was in a hurry. So, and I try and sweat it down. Get them in the pan, sweat it down so that it softens and you can make it at least edible. And then I add a bunch of spices again. More of the garam masala, more of the cumin, more coriander, more turmeric, chili powder. And then more fresh chopped garlic, I think I mentioned that already. And then you take it. The original recipe calls for 14 ounces of pureed tomatoes, and I use 32. That's just in and of itself is different. And
whoa, yeah, that's way different.
Yeah. So because I like that tomato flavor. I don't want it to get lost in seasoning. And then I add all my spices. I think I just mentioned that. And then I take the chicken, I put it back in the pot, and then I simmer that. And then I taste it, right? Because I want to make sure where it's going. I want the tomato. I want a little chili. I want that prominent seasoning. All those spices, I want them to be in there. I want the garlic and the ginger to be prominent. So I taste it there, and I'll add a little salt or whatever necessary at the time. Maybe even a little bit of tomato if necessary. And then I'll simmer that 10 to 15 minutes until things have softened and kind of cooked through the chicken and everything. Because when you do the first chicken, it's kind of par cooked. It's still a little bit raw in the middle. But then after that, after the 10 to 15 minutes, after it's thoroughly cooked and the sauce is starting to create a little structure, then I'll taste it again. And last night, this is where it changed again. I was like, I taste the tomato. I taste the salt. I do not taste the seasoning. So I added some more garam masala, which is all those seasonings, the bay leaf and the cumin and all that. And then I overdid it. So then as a boomerang effect, I went in there. I have some tubes of tomato
Cream.
paste.
Oh.
Tomato paste. And I just doused it with a little more the tomato paste. And then I was like, yeah. And then a little garlic salt. And it was coming together. Everything was hitting. The fresh garlic, the ginger, the powerful seasonings, the chili was hitting. I was like, yeah, okay. And so I left it sit a little longer. And by the way, when you go back and do those onions and you add the seasonings to the onions, if you don't catch it just right, you can actually over brown those seasonings, which I'm not afraid of. You know what I mean? I like dancing with the devil in the pale moonlight. You know what I mean? And I don't mind that a little bit of darkness to that chili mixture in the pan. Don't mind it. Actually, I think it adds. Okay. Now, I'll say after the simmer, I wrap it up with what the recipe calls for, which is heavy cream.
Yeah.
And what that does, it takes it from a dark tomato sauce, which is not brown, but like not a dark red tomato pasty. But it takes it from kind of like that bright tomato to that dark tomato to kind of like a burnt orange color of the cream.
Mm-hmm. Which that's the one thing, I think I particularly care for.
Yes.
I like it to be a little more creamy.
You do.
I like more sauce because I love when I put my chicken and all that on my rice. I like it to be wet and that's the
not
curry aspect.
That's not a component of the cream.
No,
okay.
no.
That's
I'm just saying I like it to be a little
no doubt.
wet.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So tell me, what was your take on last night's dish? Scale of 1 to 10.
It was a 9.8.
And you believe that if I'd added more cream,
just
it would
a
have been
little
better.
more something, a little more liquidy. Yeah, so that I can.
Yeah, but again, that's just water. You could add water to your dish and get a cream. Get a more.
That's
liquid.
it then. That's it. No,
Okay.
but it's like
next time just say
9.9.
or add some water to your own.
No,
Yeah.
God no.
Yeah, just do that.
It was too good. It was too good. The
It's just
flavor was
moisture.
just
It's
yes,
just moisture.
yes.
That's all you're looking for.
Just want.
Add water. No problem.
Okay, listen.
So-
I only have a couple minutes.
Yeah.
I just wanted to tell you what chicken jalfrezi is because this is why I'm like, oh,
Okay,
geez,
so
this
let me
is why.
wrap this up. So, but if you do it this way, okay, and you can adjust the cream to your liking. You like a little more creamy. I like it a little more on the tomatoey spice side. That's why I leave it the color I get it.
Yeah, yeah.
If I was to add a bit more cream, it would be a little more beigey. You know,
No, not beige.
Not beige. It would be a little more yellow. You know what I mean?
Maybe I don't know. Just a little. It's just a little less.
A little lighter.
Yeah.
I like it the way it is.
Yeah,
Go ahead. Okay, so
Okay, so
jalfrezi.
a jalfrezi is a popular British Indian restaurant dish that blends the vibrant flavors of a curry with the quick cooking techniques of a Chinese-inspired stir-fry. So it says it's known for its thick, spicy, and tangy tomato-based gravy featuring tender chicken, crunchy bell peppers, and onions. It was originally created during the British Raj in India as a way to turn leftovers into a flavorful quick meal. So yours is, yes, it's got the tangy and spicy aspect of it. That's what maybe comes from the Chinese side. I don't know. The spicy and the tangy is, and that's what it means, I guess. Jalfrezi. Jal means hot and spicy. Frezi means stir fry.
Well, that's what I'm doing all day right now.
Yeah.
That's what that's what we ate last night.
Yes. So it's a little thicker, a little more gravy-like, so it clings
Well,
to it.
tell me this. I mean, I think I've heard that the word curry just means gravy or means sauce.
I don't know what curry means. I don't know.
Because I don't think curry is a thing. Like, you know, they sell a curry blend. I bought it before. But I think the word curry just means like sauce, just the way that bibimbap means mixture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, curry.
Because they say curries. They say curries. Oh, you have a curries. We have all these curries. I think they're sauces.
Yeah. When I look up curry, it says a dish of meat, fish, or vegetables cooked in an Indian-style sauce of hot-tasting spices and typically served with rice. So it doesn't
That
really...
sounds like the word curries.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So anyway, what you make is definitely a mix. You're not putting in big chunks of pepper and onion,
Pepper
right?
and-
Bell
what do you
pepper. That's the jalfrezi, the big,
okay.
it says
Bell
featuring
pepper.
crunchy bell pepper and onion. So I do remember liking that because I like bell peppers. And so I'm good with that.
Hey, speaking of bell peppers, I heard the story about paprika, the word paprika. I think that is nothing more than dried ground bell pepper.
Oh, and you keep saying paprika. I've never heard anyone say paprika.
You know what? That's how I've heard it. I've heard paprika. We say paprika here, but I've heard paprika is the right way to say it.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't either.
Someone tell us. Go online and tell us.
But anyway, your dish, I believe now, is definitely a combination of
SCG.
Yes.
Spicy chicken goulash. That's what I'm calling it. But it's so good, man. And we serve it with the basmati that you make, and then the naan breads from Costco.
Which I definitely don't prefer compared to what we had yesterday.
Yeah, you can't. It's a different thing.
Yeah.
Well, you know, maybe one of these days I'll attempt it because I'm doing pizzas now. Maybe
you know that they have naan bread at Trader Joe's, frozen naan bread. We need to
try
pick
that.
up a pack
We'll try
of
that.
see if it's any good.
I like the ones from the Costco though. Truly do love them.
Well, those are great when we make. When
What-
you make Greek,
You know
they
what I
go
try
well.
next? You know what I try next? I want to try and putting those in the pizza oven.
Why not?
Yeah, I think that'd be
You could use that
interesting.
as pizzas,
No,
little
yeah.
tiny pizzas.
Yeah, I made my own pizza this morning. My own pizza burrito.
Yeah.
Delicious. Anyways, okay. So thanks for listening. That's our take on the restaurant, which is called. Sorry, leave me alone. Himalayan Chulo. Himalayan Chulo, which means pretty Himalayan, handsome Himalayan. Okay. Anyways, that's our take. Go try it out. It's new in town, and if you're a fan of Indian, let us know if you have a different take on it. Maybe you're going, they nailed it. You guys are crazy. Well, it's possible. Everyone has a different experience and different mouth. So, you may have a different take on it. So let us know. Go to the socials and let us know. Give us give us a piece of your mind. Tell us what you're thinking. Anyways, also, if you like what you hear, please do us a favor and go to the socials, YouTube, Facebook, whatever you've got, and just subscribe and like. We really could use the help. Anyways, thanks for listening. Be nice to each other, and we will talk to you soon.